I'm so happy. My Hero 1's Justice 2 got announced last week, and I was so happy that it even made me say a bad word on Twitter. I love the first game. It is an arena fighter above so many others. It had competitive potential, and I don't think it was really competitive simply because the developers dropped it. The game needed a lot more balancing, but still, it was the start of competitive arena fighters starting to emerge. It had very interesting systems. Every single character played completely different from one another, and now a sequel got announced. The first game is still played by a bunch of people. There's still a very active community playing this game. And from the sounds of it, it sold pretty well, despite me believing that Bandai Namco actually treated that game a little bit poorly. Having the Japanese release separate from the American release, and then releasing it at the same time as Red Dead Redemption 2, which is sentencing it to die. But despite those conditions, the game thrived enough to get a second shot, to have the sequel everyone wanted. And now, folks, we have the first trailer, which is also a gameplay trailer, and I can't wait to watch it. Without further ado, here we go. Graphics-wise, it looks very similar to the first, which doesn't really bother me, but I know it's gonna bother a lot of people. Love this logo. This logo is beautiful. Good job with that. Yeah, pretty much the first game in terms of looks. I wouldn't be surprised if they're the same models. Oh, wow, okay. We're gonna get the big three. Not gonna talk too much about it, because Mineta! This game is gonna have a lot of Season 4 in it. This is the fight from Season 3. Cool. Oh, stage transitions! Interesting. There's Mirio, he's gonna be a star. Inasa's back. Endeavor's back. Dabi's back. Acid Girl! Nice. And there's Mineta! This is spoiler territory for Season 4? Oh? Who was that in the back? I haven't read the manga. I don't know. Overhaul is also in this. He's a big villain for Season 4 as well. He didn't show up during the trailer, I don't think. Who was that dude in the back? There he is. Oh, it was Shigaraki, obviously. Shigaraki without the hand in the face. That's a better design in my opinion. 2020, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Awesome. Couple of things I noticed during this gameplay. First, let me just confirm that was Shigaraki in the back. Yeah, that's definitely Shigaraki in the back. Alright, so pretty much the first game repeated, even the models look the same. In terms of moveset, it's hard to say. I mean, a lot of them have new animations, which suggests their moveset has been revised for sure. It's been confirmed that character customization will be even bigger than before, and I think that shows right here with Deku versus Bakugo. These casual outfits look really great, and I hope characters have more outfit options. Like the customization of let's put a hat, let's put a backpack, that was good enough, and I'd be happy with just having that again. But the base outfit, you only had like 2 variants on each character, and each variant had like 5 different color schemes. That's what I'd like to see improved. I'd like to see more of the base outfit stuff, but then the accessories, it was good enough already. It was already insane. I'm happy with that. Now, this 3-hit combo from Deku seems very similar to what Shoot Style currently has in the first game. This yellow attack from Bakugo also seems very similar to what he currently has in the game. Though this spinning move from Deku, this seems brand new, or at least remixed. Looks like a version of his level 1 super, but slightly different. And then we have a brand new mechanic, stage transitions. I wonder if it's like Tekken, where if you trigger a stage transition, you can actually extend your combo. Hi, Future Globku here, editing this video, and while I was working on this, GameSpot released a 15-minute gameplay demo. And no, stage transitions do not extend your combo at all. In fact, I don't know if they serve any gameplay purpose. It just seems to change the stage that you're in, and it also seems kind of inevitable. There's a fight where the stage just breaks at the very beginning. Mirio didn't have to work hard for that at all. So now, me, Future Globku, editing this video, I'm gonna do some gameplay breakdown based on the GameSpot video as well. You can probably tell from the HUD that assists are back. This is a 1v1 game, but each character can pick 2 assists, and they seem to work very similarly to the first one's Justice. Also, your meter is now the words plus ultra, which is an interesting design change, but honestly does not look very practical. In terms of systems, I haven't noticed anything new, besides the stage transitions, of course. Wall splats are still there, wall combos still exist, and the perspective is still super awkward. I kinda wish stage transitions were here to replace wall combat, because I like the wall splats. I like that using the stage you can extend combos, but I don't like fighting in the wall itself. It always feels a bit awkward, but I guess they're keeping that in. Mirio has an interesting gimmick. If you've watched the end of My Hero Academia Season Season 3, you know that his quirk is to phase through everything, including walls or even the ground. In this game, that quirk is manifested as complete invulnerability while he has this blue aura active. I don't know what's the downside. He seems to be able to attack right away after becoming invulnerable, but when the game comes out, we'll see if he's broken or not. GameSpot also showed off Mirio's level 2 super, and level 2 supers used to be way too long in My Hero One's Justice. They were kind of a bummer, and I have some bad news for you guys. They are still pretty long. The returning characters all look and feel very similar. There's been some work done to particle effects, so for instance, All For One Super. It's the same super as the first game, but the effect looks different. It's less noisy, there aren't as many particles, and I think that makes the fight easier to follow. It's easier to see, so that's a welcome change. But characters do seem very, very similar to the first game. Some have minor changes. Bakugo, for instance, can now charge his explosions into this delayed explosion. We don't get a very good look at it, but it's that small thing that he shoots. And he still has the big explosions, so I don't know how you trigger each one. I have some theories, but we'll find out later. But outside of that, if you've played Bakugo in One's Justice, you'll be able to pick him up in One's Justice 2 and just do pretty much the same stuff. And I guess that's a little disappointing because it almost feels like an update to the first game rather than a brand new game. Obviously, it's a bit soon to make that judgment. The game could have a lot of features that haven't been announced yet, but looking at this gameplay, it just looks like the first one, but with new stages and characters, and I guess the HUD looks different. If you've watched that GameSpot gameplay, you might be thinking, well, that's not fair, Shigaraki plays completely different. And that's actually not true. The Shigaraki that you see on screen is actually a brand new character, but the old Shigaraki is still a selectable character. So they basically have two versions for Shigaraki, just like they had two versions for Deku in the first One's Justice. And both versions of Deku are also returning, as you might have noticed from this character select screen. So far, these are the only duplicates, and I pray that there aren't any more. I'm really not a fan of duplicate characters in pretty much any game, so hopefully they stop at Deku and Shigaraki. Hopefully. Another thing I noticed is the occasional performance issues, and usually that's not a big deal because when a game is still in early development, that happens all the time. Optimization is one of the last steps. But in this case, since the game is so similar to the first one, I really didn't like seeing this. I've been playing on a PS4 Pro for a while, so I don't have a lot of performance issues, but on a base PS4 and on Switch, this game struggles on some supers, and that's exactly what seems to be happening here. It's the same problem the first game have, and I hope they address these performance issues. Anyway, I don't want to be too negative. I really like the first game. I still play the first game, so having more of the first game with new stages, new characters, that's fine in my book. But I also feel like they need to justify why this is a sequel, and why they didn't just update the first game. And hopefully that question will be answered before the game comes out. Now, back to me earlier when I was breaking down the trailer. Mineta is gonna be interesting. If you notice, Ida has a bunch of balls attached to him, and I'm sure that has to do with Mineta's playstyle. Like, he can throw these balls and these balls stick to their body, and I wonder what sort of effect they have. Maybe they make the character slower or something like that. So Mineta is maybe a character that starts very, very weak. He can't do much, but the more he fights, the more balls he puts on you, the stronger he gets, because you just get a lot slower. I can see a ton of interesting gimmicks working for Mineta, and I wasn't sure he was gonna make it into My Hero One's Justice 2. I'm happy to see he's been added. Mineta is a problem, but I'm happy he's in. He ends the combo by throwing another ball into Ida. See, that's what I mean. The longer the fight goes, the more balls Ida's gonna have. I'm not even gonna talk about these two characters. I don't know much about them, I'll be honest, but I know they're Season 4 characters, and a lot of you don't want spoilers. My Hero Season 4 comes out next week, so why would I spoil it now? Todoroki Shoto's got some new animations. I'm liking that a lot. I am so happy they're making a sequel for this. I am so happy. This game deserved it, damn it, and I wasn't sure it was gonna happen. They celebrated on Twitter saying, hey, we sold 500,000 copies. That sounds like a lot, but a lot of Bandai Namco games sell millions. A lot of anime games sell millions. My Hero Academia, I don't think that's a cheap license to obtain. So I think having a sequel for One's Justice 2 wasn't a sure thing. I don't think it was guaranteed by any means. I'm so happy it's getting a sequel, and the first one is still played. If you're looking for a community to play the first game with, join our Discord server. I've just made the My Hero One's Justice chat public, so it is completely free. You just join Discord, and you can find some of the best players in the world in this server. I'm not even exaggerating. We have some of the top players in the entire world. So if you want to play against some other people and try to get better and get ready for My Hero One's Justice 2, This server is the best thing ever. Join the Discord, the link is in the description down below. And of course, me being excited is only my opinion. I'd love to know yours as well. Are you guys excited for My Hero 1's Justice 2? Let me know in those comments down below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!